Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Be sure to check me out over on Rumble. There you'll find all of my stuff from YouTube, plus my political and social commentary and weekly current events, which YouTube frowns on. Links to my Rumble channel as well as my other YouTube channels and links to let you order my books are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a historic haunting video on Hibbing High School. Before I get into this, I want to tell you about a new book that I've got published, just got published recently. The House Off Farrago Road is now available on Amazon. The author's name is H.L. Anderson, that's me. It's just a fun story about a house where the denizens are not quite normal. Mythological creatures and supernatural forces commingle with modern-day law enforcement and the criminal underworld. If the quirky weird piques your interest, check out The House Off Farrago Road. Now, on with this one. Hibbing High School. In northern Minnesota, about 80 miles northwest of Duluth on the Iron Range, sits an almost medieval-looking castle. This edifice does not look like a high school, but it is the most opulent high school money could buy back in the 1920s. The crowning jewel in this palatial school is the auditorium. This auditorium was modeled after New York City's Capitol Theater. The woodwork, artwork, engravings, and crystal chandeliers will take your breath away. It is I've seen pictures. It's absolutely gorgeous. Hibbing, Minnesota is a blue-collar mining town and has been for generations. By 1914, the economy in Hibbing was booming and was called the richest village in the world. They had iron mines. In 1920, the entire town moved. The mining company, following the iron ore deposits, moved whole neighborhoods at the company's expense, as well as proposed the building of a grand high school. They had people showing up to work. These people had kids. Got to send the kids to school, right? So they proposed the building of a grand high school for these people. Initial construction began in 1920, and the cost in 1920 was $3.9 million. That's unheard of. I mean, that would be, you may as well make it $1 billion today. In 1922, a stage manager was brought in from New York to run that impressive auditorium. His name was Bill. Bill still has family who work at the school, so his last name is being withheld. Bill loved the theater, and he loved overseeing performances in this auditorium, and by all accounts, he was such a good person. There are multiple spirits who haunt the school, and they mostly seem to focus their attention on the auditorium. One spirit seems to be hanging around to enjoy the shows. He seems intent on occupying seat J47. J47. The current stage manager has gotten photos of that spirit. Stories of ghosts at the school include a person who fell off the balcony in the auditorium. Another story tells of a chandelier falling on the seats below. Maybe it hit J47. Who knows? Still another story tells of a disabled female student expiring in the auditorium. Many believe Bill still works in the auditorium, his death in the 1940s notwithstanding. he's just still there doing his job, he loved it so much. People have reported all manner of stuff. Items being moved with nobody in the area. People have been seen walking into rooms when children were getting dressed and just disappearing. They walk in the room, the kid sees or hears them walk in, and the kid turns around, they're not there. I say kid, these are high school students getting, changing clothes for their productions on the stage. I've seen, there's stories about kids who watch somebody walk into a room with no other exit, like a storeroom or whatever, and then they go in to find out who it is or to talk to them, and there's nobody there, that kind of thing. The janitors have reported all manner of strange occurrences, from noises, whispers, unseen voices, that kind of thing. Investigators have reported recording dozens of different voices with nobody present. They put a recorder out there and left. There was nobody there. They come back later, get it, and there's voices. Dozens of voices. Different voices. Phantom noises like footsteps, laughing, undiscernible voices, doors slamming, glass breaking, all kinds of different stuff. Cold spots are reported quite frequently. One teacher reported a wolf whistle, which echoed through the auditorium while she was on stage. There was nobody else there. But, she's on stage and somebody gives a wolf whistle, kind of thing. Can't do that these days. Apparently the spirit is out of date. If you do that these days, you slap with harassment. But the point being, all in all, people come from miles around to try to get a glimpse of one of these spirits in the school, and many of them do. There's just all kinds of stuff going on there. If you get a chance to visit northern Minnesota, Hibbing High School, go check it out. Maybe you'll see one too. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all. Clarissa Lowe, a historian from the future. Delmore Kane, a Civil War veteran turned outlaw. This oddball pairing faces a conspiracy of epic proportions spanning the centuries. If you like action and adventure westerns with a splash of science fiction and fantasy, check out my book series Drifters and their ongoing adventures.